everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney, and today, it being the end of April, means it's another Sew My Style reveal video. So I've got the two patterns for April Sew My Style that I wanted to talk about a little bit today. Before I get into that though, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I know I say that a lot, but I do have a lot of really fun stuff coming up in the immediate future and then also throughout the rest of the year. So you don't miss any of that. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and then also the little bell down there is the notification bell, and that'll let you know when I post videos, which is typically every Tuesday and Friday, although you are having a bumper week this week with quite a few videos, but typically it's Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay, so Sew My Style for April were pants. They had picked two patterns. One was the Trenton Chinos by Alina Design and Company. I will pop a picture up here. That's actually shorts and a skirt in the original pattern, and then she had has two expansion bags. One is for pants, where it's a lengthening, kind of a cigarette or a skinny type pant, and then the other expansion. I don't know what the deal is there. Expansion pack is for like a Bermuda short. Yeah, so sorry, my eyes, this allergy season is making my eyes very dry. So I have the expansion pack 1, which is the original pattern, and then it's expansion pack 1, which is turning the shorts into pants basically. And I really wanted that one because it also comes with a back welt pocket. And I just find that really nice and classy on the back of shorts. And I was also thinking, I mean, I like patch pockets, but just for something different. But I was thinking that these would be fantastic made up in a athletic woven, even like an athletic stretch woven, which you can find at a few different places, to turn them into golf shorts for this summer. We just got our kids a few things for Easter to get them all ready for the golf season. So I'm ready to get myself ready for the golf season. That's something my family and I, the four of us, just love to do together. So anyway, I was thinking about that for both of these. And then the second pattern were the Hepburn Pants, pop a picture, by Wardrobe by Me. And that was a pant pattern that comes a little bit higher in the waist, and it has kind of a straight leg version and then a wider leg version. But as you can tell here in just a minute, I actually hacked those off into shorts. I am so sorry. My eyeball is so dry. I did the wider legged version, and I literally just cut them at a 5-inch inseam. And that's all I did to them. A lot of times with shorts, when you're taking pants to shorts, you need to widen the leg where it ends, just so it's not hugging your thigh where you would want it to hug in a pant, so it's not doing that in the shorts. But because the wide leg is wide enough, I literally just had to make a mark at a 5-inch inseam, add a little hem allowance, and that's all I did to hack these into shorts. So let's talk a little bit about each. All right, I will start with the Trenton Chinos. These are just a very classic pair of shorts. These are also included in my Module 2 clothing. This is one of the bottoms that I did for my Module 2. And also, as I got ready to put these on to film, I realized I haven't put the hook and bar on here yet. So I literally was holding the top of these together with my belt in that video and pictures. But I have some hand sewing I need to do later for a couple of other things today. I just had set it aside to do when I was going to do some hand sewing and forgot. So I will get these done today. But anyway, a hook and bar is going to go right here for a closure here. It's got a fly zip. And if you want to see, I just did a fly zip tutorial for the sew along. That is, I'll talk about that at the end, but that's coming up. So you could use that for both of these pairs of pants. Although one of them has, yeah, they open on two different sides. So this is how a man's pant actually opens, when the left overlaps the right. And it's how jeans, all of our jeans fasten that way. But that is the case with this. So anyway, yep, a zip fly. Technically you're supposed to take the zipper inside the seam allowance here. I did the zip fly different than the instructions, but I don't mind the zipper going all the way up to the top. I mean, you can't see it once everything is fastened, so I just did it the way I wanted to do it. But again, I have the expansion pack, and I do plan on making these in the pants version, but it has I wanted to do the Welt Pockets. Look at those. I did the buttons on the Welt Pockets on these. Aren't those lovely? I love these. I mean, these look just like a ready-to-wear pair of pants. It does not have a waistband. It uses a facing on the inside, which I find very comfortable. It sits below my natural waist, which I think helps. I have a very short torso, so I think when pants do sit a little below my waist, it helps elongate my torso a little bit, which I find flattering, which goes back to my sewing for my body type. I just used some fun quilting cotton for the inside for my both my Welt Pockets and my slash pockets. It's got a slash pocket. What else? Belt loops. I used a cotton that I had in my stash forever that I think I actually bought for baby clothes, but this has a 4.5 inch inseam, and I'm really pleased with how everything turned out. The Welt Pockets were really fun to do. I love doing Welt Pockets, whether that be in a jacket or pants or whatever. I just think that they're like origami and they're really fun to do. So I had a lot of fun. There's darts in the back, but not in the front. I mean, it's just a classic pair of shorts. The only alteration, I sewed a straight size 10 because it doesn't go up to my natural waist. I can get away with just going with my hip size typically, and because my waist size does not fit into a size 10 on the pattern, but my hips do. And so I just sewed a straight size 10 and it fits fine. Again, because I'm very straight through my hips and waist, where people typically start to go out below their waist, I don't. So I usually can get away with just sticking with my waist measurement. And I did. And I really like these. This pattern suggests woven fabric with no stretch. And so you can make them out of a twill, which actually, this isn't a twill, but it's a heavier cotton, you know, like a twill would be. I don't know what you would call this weave. But anyway, it's got a teeny tiny little pinstripe in it. It's kind of hard to see. But maybe. I don't know. Oh, did I take it away too soon? So, teeny tiny little stripe that makes it come off pale blue. Anyway, these are going to go great into my module I'm working on right now. I think they're very cute, and I will be making more of these. All right. Second pair of shorts are the Hepburn. Now these are made for a stretch woven, so it asks that you need to have some stretch in your the composition. This fabric, I bought this in Evansville, Indiana. It's probably my favorite brick and mortar store, Let's Sew, down in Evansville, Indiana. It's so good. I'll leave a link down below to their website because they do some online shopping or online sales, but the in-person experience is amazing. But anyway, I bought this stretch cotton there, and I was making a pair of, or trying to make a pair of like cigarette style trousers, basically the Trenton Chinos. I wasn't aware of the pattern at the time, but in a stretch. And they just did not, I mean, I messed around with the crotch curve too much before I even made the pant up, which I know better, but I was trying to get away without making a muslin, because I honestly, I hardly ever make muslins for things. I just delve into real fabric because I'm impatient. And I know that's not necessarily an attribute, but that is the way I am. But anyway, the pants did not turn out at all. I finished them, but I donated them. So I had just enough remnants of this fabric to make these shorts. I mean, literally just enough. And it's perfect, and I love them. I love this abstract print, and actually this will go with my modules as well, although I'm not including them in the modules, so these won't get worn until after May. But yeah, and again, I literally just cut them off. So these also have a Welt Pockets on the back, but they don't have, this is gonna be hard to see, but they don't have the buttons like the Trenton Chinos. But it's again a similar way of doing the Welt Pocket. These are top stitch Welt Pockets, you can kind of see. But they're lovely. I mean, I love them. Again, it's a stretch woven, so it's very comfortable. This one has also a fly, but this one does the traditional women's way, so the right goes over the left. And this one has a button, and it does have a waistband. So yeah, I just used a brown button from my stash. It's got belt loops. Can you see those? Sorry, this fabric's very busy. Oh, and I wanted to show you something on the Chi-Towns. I'll come back to those. But on these, it suggests that you can do, I did fun cotton on the inside, although I accidentally turned those wrong way around when I was doing that, but that's okay. So I did fun fabric, because you can't see through the fabric. And I just serged my waistband. I didn't tuck it under, so I stitched in the ditch on the outside to top stitch that down. which I think is a very easy and nice way to finish off pants waistband. Yeah, slash pockets, they're very comfortable. I wish I'd done the inseam a little bit shorter, and I could go back and chop it just a little bit, but I'm overall very pleased with how these turned out. The only alteration I made to these, let's see, I sewed a size 10 in these, but I did go up to a 12 in the waist because these are higher waist. Although these still don't, it says high waist on the pattern, but these sit below my natural waist, and I don't have a long rise, so, I mean, not a lot below my waist, but they do sit below my waist. So, yeah. What else about these? I think that's it. As far as the pattern is concerned, the Hepburn pants come in a large range of sizes, which is fantastic. But when I did the copy shop version and when I was cutting them out, cutting my pattern pieces out, because there's so many sizes, made it really hard to find, to cut properly and make sure I was cutting my line. I also noticed the size 10 and 12, which were the sizes that I was grading between, are a very similar like dot dash pattern, which made it really confusing to make sure I was cutting on the right line at the right time. So that was a little annoying, but I think I figured it out. I would maybe recommend, if you're making these, to go through the pattern pieces and maybe take like a pen or a highlighter or something and very carefully trace your size first before you start cutting, because I was going cross-eyed a little bit when I was trying to cut my size. The pattern instructions are, I mean, they're not as sparse as like a style art pattern, but they are a little, they're not as detailed as maybe some beginner patterns. So keep that in mind with this pattern. I mean, again, they're not extremely sparse, but they're definitely not as detailed as some, you know, like a, I don't know, closet case pattern or, you know, Megan Nielsen or whatever, where they gear a lot towards, well, closet case doesn't necessarily gear towards beginners, but they're very, very in-depth with their instructions. But if you've made some pants or, you know, it's a simple pattern. And again, for stretch wovens, I think they're very cute. So I love that. But I wanted to show you real quick. So again, these shorts I'm working on with my module. And one of the things I love about working with modules is being able to tie pieces back into each other. So for this one, I bias bound the edge, the inside edge of my waistband, and I used the rayon from, I'm trying to see if you can see any of the dots to tell, but the rayon from my white blouse that I made for Module 1, which I think is fun, a fun way just to tie all your, you know, capsule pieces in together. And I love the way the bias bound edge on the inside of waistbands looks. It's just a fun finish for that. So I think that's all I have for today. The Trenton Chino pants, a little better with the instructions, a little more in depth. And yeah, the drafting on both of them were great. So if you're looking for a pair of shorts for this summer, or if you're getting ready to go into fall and winter, if you're looking for a pair of pants, I would definitely recommend both these patterns. They were fantastic, and I love a good trouser. So yeah, I would recommend both. They were fantastic. And next month for Sew My Style, I'm one of the leaders, and we are doing 2 blouses. We are doing the Novelista shirt, not blouses, we're doing shirts, like button-down shirts. The Novelista shirt by Blank Slate Patterns, and that's probably the one you'll see me working with the most. And then we're also doing the Sedona shirt by Designer Stitch, and I will pop pictures of both of those up there. But that's what you've got to look forward to for May. So there'll be a lot of shirt making videos, not a lot, but there'll be, I don't know, 3 maybe on the channel next month, since I'm one of the leaders for that. So, one of which is how to do a bias tape hem finish. So like on a shirt tail hem, how to use a bias tape facing or a bias facing finish. I'm not saying that right. Well, how to use bias tape on the hem of the shirt to sew the hem. Because sewing hems on those rural curvy shirt tail hems can be very difficult. So anyway, that's one to look forward to for next month, and I haven't ironed up the rest of them yet. But anyway, that's what you have to look forward to, Sew My Style wise, for next month. You've got 2 videos coming to you this weekend. The sew along for S8056. I'm putting it up this weekend, so you'll have part 1 tomorrow on Saturday, and then part 2 will be on Sunday. And then next week we are back to our regular schedule of Tuesday and Friday. But Tuesday, I have a very exciting announcement. We've got a giveaway that I'm working in a collaboration with someone. We've got a very exciting giveaway. So you want to make sure and definitely tune in on Tuesday. I'm going to be talking a little bit about Me Made May and my plans, and then we're going to be talking a lot about the giveaway. So I will see you then. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the sew along, and leave comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you like these type of videos. And yeah, see you next week. Bye.